Yes, people, good morning. What's going on? Welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Adam McKola. This is your daily Manchester United news, and we are having more twists and turns in this potential takeover. So, it's over a year now we've been waiting to find out what's going to happen. We've seen bids coming in and out, revised bids, periods of negotiation. So much nonsense has gone on with this potential takeover. And now we're hearing Sir Jim Ratcliffe is in for a minority stake in Manchester United, and it'll mean the Glazers are still in control. It'll mean the Glazers are still in charge, and that is not what Manchester United fans want. But this is the story anyway, and we'll get stuck into it shortly. Before we do that, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, you're liking, you're commenting, you're sharing, etc. Keep it locked to Stretford Paddock by hitting that subscribe button. Like the video as well. Get your comments in the comments below. And did you know on the 28th of December, we will be with John O'Shea in Dublin live. Yes, reminiscing about the good old days, talking to John O'Shea, doing a little live podcast as well in front of a full audience we're hoping it's full, in front of an audience in Dublin. We've done it before with Brian McClare. We'll be doing it all over again with John O'Shea, and we cannot wait. Links for the tickets are in the comments, in the description below. But let's get stuck into this story. It comes from the BBC, and we hear Sir Jim Ratcliffe's INEOS group is considering whether to offer to buy a minority stake in Manchester United in an effort to break the impasse over the ownership situation. The Glazer family, who currently own the club, announced in November they were considering selling United to explore strategic alternatives. That led to a flurry of interest, but only two offers from INEOS and Qatari Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, both tabled bids of around $5 billion. Sheikh Jassim's camp have always maintained he was only interested in buying 100% of the club. However, Ratcliffe said he wanted a majority stake. But after months of what seemed like inaction on the Glazers' part, British businessman Ratcliffe is now thinking of a different approach. Buying a minority stake may not go down well with United supporters who have held demonstrations against the Glazer family inside and outside Old Trafford. Ratcliffe may regard this as his best method of securing the ownership in the long term. The move would allow the Glazer family to retain a significant shareholding in United, although the precise details of any deal remain unclear. So these scumbags could be sticking around for a little bit longer. Now, what it does seem like is Jim Ratcliffe, INEOS, and then you've got obviously the party as well that are Sheikh Jassim's party and the Qatari group. And those guys now will be getting desperate. They will be desperate to buy Manchester United anyway. And the Glazers are counting on that. They're counting on that desperation resulting in bigger bids. They're counting on desperation, doing whatever, allowing them to stay in place and still get money and all that, have their cake and eat it. And that's what they're doing. They're relying on desperation now. Sheikh Jassim, and of course Sir Jim Ratcliffe are both clearly, they want Manchester United. They really do. And therefore, you're seeing now different approaches being taken. A minority stake, while they're still, it basically leaves us in the same position up until, a point in time where Jim Ratcliffe can get the capital together. Well, I assume he's already got the capital. Get in a position where he can get the remaining percentage in order to take a controlling stake of the club. And then who knows what. But that could be 2, 3, 4 years. That could be however long it takes to do that. So Manchester United could be left in a position where, yes, they do sell a little bit, but it is a little bit, a quarter, and we're still left with the ownership in place. We've seen countless protests demanding a full sale only of Manchester United. And I reiterate that it needs to be a full sale and the pressure needs to be put on the Glazers. Of course, we also have that frustrating thing of where we think the Glazers ain't really going to sell. It's just, it just feels like you're stuck with them sometimes. And obviously you have this protest and you have all this stuff and you hope it will do something. But look, these clowns have been on the verge of selling for how long now? Now, we've heard rumours from the British press. I think it was The Sun. And Neil Custis, you can't trust them as far as you throw him, and you can't throw him very far, believe me. Those guys are running around and been saying for weeks and months that it'll eventually be Sheikh Jassim in October, so it's this month. But no one really seems to know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. I've got an eyelash in my eye, sorry. No one knows what's going on at all. And we just have to sit and wait. Sit and wait. Now, I don't know what these Glazers are hoping for. You'll get into a position where you can no longer milk the cow dry because it's dry. You know, the team doesn't look like it's improved, although still very early days in the season, so you can't promise Champions League football. Like, it's just so frustrating, man. I just want them to get the hell out of here. Well done to the 58 group and all the fans that have been protesting. Hopefully those protests continue, because they obviously know we don't want them here, but it's just depressing, isn't it? It's just depressing. I remember last November thinking, these scumbags are finally gone or going. You know, we'll move on. And I thought it would have been done and dusted by now. Thought it would have been going into the new season with new owners. But no, here we are. We've got Galatasaray tonight. Looking forward to that. Obviously a new competition. Last few times we have been to football matches at Old Trafford, we've lost 2 on the spin. Wilfred Zaha has been reflecting on his spell at Old Trafford as he returns to the club. I felt sorry for him as well. I really did feel sorry for him at that time because, you know, he came into the club, you know, as a young lad. Sir Alex Ferguson leaves. You know, we have all that shit show going on with Moyes and that. Do feel sorry for him for a little bit. Oh my God, I've just seen the treatment table for United. Kobbie Mainoo's back in training, but you look at it, Sandro Martinez, Luke Shaw, Diallo, Wan-Bissaka, Malacia, Reguilon. It's a horrible list. It's a horrible, horrible list. United are 25-1 to win the Champions League. Put a tenner on that. United have been credited with an interesting defender, Matthijs de Ligt. Former Ajax centre-back, played under Ten Hag. There we go. He signed for Bayern Munich from Juventus last summer. But could the 24-year-old be on the move again? Spanish publication Fichajes. Who the hell are they? No one knows who they are, man. Fichajes. What do they know? God's sake. Anyway, on that depressing note, the Glazers ain't selling. Oh God. Come on, Man United. Please put me out of my misery. No, don't put me out of my... Please just win today. In fact, here we go. Man United are winning today. Listen, new competition. All right, we lost against Bayern Munich. But come on, boys. Come on. Clean slate. Let's get through this group and let's try and win this damn thing, even though it is a bit of a stretch if that was to happen itself. We need a silver lining. Give me a silver lining. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing. Keep it locked to Stretford Paddock. I'll be back very, very soon. Until then, see you in a bit.